Yo, yo, what up, y'all? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I don't know what's going on. My lighting today is a little crazy, so y'all just bear with the boy. Appreciate you. It's your boy John Kirk here in the stead of Mr. Justin Colby, who just had a beautiful baby boy, baby number two, but a beautiful boy nonetheless. Stand by for me. Sorry, y'all. I'm back with you guys. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. As I said, the Mr. Colby man himself had a baby boy. So shout out to the man. Blessings, beautiful young man, gorgeous little baby, man. It's just so cool seeing all that stuff happen. So he will not be here tonight. Nonetheless, we are going to rock because the party goes on, and sometimes daddy's just got to be with the baby. So let's see what I can do here. What I'm going to bring to you guys tonight is a case study of one of our very own users, one of the members of Science of Flipping, who has pretty much, done a deal through the Rocketly specifically and yielded himself a very, very nice assignment fee through it. Got it dispositioned already. You name it, it's pretty much already done. I'm going to go ahead and get him up here so he can start to talk about it. So I'll promote him as the panelist. But in the meantime, just wanted to kind of preface you guys on kind of the dynamic behind how we are doing this, how we are getting deal after deal after deal. I mean, you guys know me who follow me. I came from the realtor world over here into the investor wholesaler world. And I was able to pretty much parlay my skills and expertise as a closer over in the realtor world over here in the wholesale world. And it wasn't until I came back over where I was like, I am not doing this job again without having a system that brings me these sellers on autopilot. I knew that, and I was so confident in my closing skills because I had been going direct to seller for so many years that I wasn't going to waste time calling them, hoping and praying that they picked up the phone to only then have to validate to them why it was worth their time to speak to me. So there was a new way to do that through this system, this fully automated, AI powered inbound seller lead system that I'm going to share with you today. And we're having case study, client success story, user success story after user success story. It just continues to compound until I just have to share it because it's just so juicy. You can't not share this stuff. So we got our guy Steve Stefanski in the house. Him and Kim, they're out of the Woodlands in Houston. Part of my voice, guys. I'm losing it a little bit. Excuse me. We're going hard all day, every day, talking to sellers, coaching, training around this software specifically. That's why I'm so excited to bring you guys this type of results. So I want to be respectful of your time. I know you got little ones, you guys got family. I'm going to get right to it. I can't see anything in the chat. So maybe the Q&A, I don't know if that's not open. If you guys can see the chat right here, if you have any questions, I'll go ahead and monitor that. I'm not monitoring this on Facebook Live, but once Steve gets rocking and rolling, I'll take a peek if there's any questions on there as well, because we know you guys are watching, and thank you for tuning in. Mr. Stefanski, can you hear me?
I can hear you, John.
My man, dude, good to talk to you, my brother. Thanks for popping on. So tell me, so far, look, I know your journey through Rocketly has been unique because you had a custom setup with Facebook that you were pretty much dealing with. And then once you finally got approved, it was pretty much like you came out of the gates like running real fast, real hard, right? And then the leads started flowing in. So, you know, everybody thinks it's just puppy dogs and rainbows, as JC talks about. I want you to get right to the nitty gritty and just talk about how it's really just not. However, if you stay consistent, there is the rainbow on the other side of the activity, which may not yield you the result 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, but you found that the consistency through that has gotten you the results. And then, of course, I want to case study this meaty, juicy deal that we got going on. Tell us how you got that, where it came from, so on and so forth, brother. So please introduce yourself and say what up.
Hey, what's up, guys? Steve Stefanski here. And I think the chat is disabled, so you might want to look into that.
Okay, cool. Let me see here.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely were trials and tribulations. We had our Rocketly turned on. It was a lot of the Facebook side of things, and I know a lot of people are dealing with it. Stay with it. It's frustrating, but you'll work through it. We eventually did, and yeah, it's been popping. It's definitely working the way it's supposed to work. And I'll just get straight to this deal. I mean, this is like a perfect example of how.
Steve, real quick, can you hop on video for me, brother? I didn't know if your camera wasn't working or if you're trying to get it on or not, but I'd love to get you on camera if possible.
It actually says that you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it. So
Wow. Okay. Again. Okay. My bad. My bad. Let me figure that out. I am so sorry. Sorry, folks. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay. It looks like we got Justin just took back over. Let's see here. Where are you, buddy? Here we go. Panelists. Let me see if I can get you on. He's working on it. Try now, Steve.
Here we go.
There's the handsome fella. Boom. All right. We're in business, y'all. Steve Stefanski, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the party. I was going to say, what's going on, bro? We cannot have you on camera, bro. You're looking snazzy today, if I might say as well. Welcome to the party, my friend. Thanks for popping.
I dressed up today, so no t-shirt, a nice dress shirt. Yeah.
I love it, bro.
Do I
Yeah,
look
talk
choppy?
to us, bro.
Is my video kind of choppy on your end or no?
No, you look great, dude. You're nice and clear. You look great, brother. It
All right.
might be a little slow in the bandwidth, but we're good to go.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so like I said, it was a little bit of trials and tribulations. I think we created like 4 different Facebook accounts. I mean, it was just madness, with that side of things. And then once everything got worked out, I mean, it's just a steady flow of leads. We have other ways that we are lead generating, so that's been plugged into Rocketly as well. But specifically, I'll just get right to it. I mean, I'll get to this deal that we got, and this is a perfect example of a deal that is what this whole system is designed. I mean, for we do you want me to share my
Yeah, if you want to share, you should be able to you should be able to share your screen, brother. If you'd love to show it, we'd love to see it.
yeah, let me do that. I'll just show exactly where this lead came from and how it just got
Nice.
pulled into our website. Let's see.
Cool, man. That's awesome. And it came to the cash offer on house.co website.
Yes.
Awesome.
So can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so we got this lead on 2/19. It came from let's see. It came from Facebook, so it was Facebook ads. It's going to take a little while to load, but yeah, this was the Facebook campaign, our leads. So he got pulled into our website. It was a complete form fill. Then that pulled him in instantaneously to Rocketly. Opportunity was created at 11:43 a.m. I reached out to him at 11:44 a.m. He responded, said 1 p.m. would be good. This was me taking over at 11:45. I told him, I'll reach out then. We talked, build a little rapport. I got a bunch of information from him. In a nutshell, I mean, this was not a deal when we first talked, because the guy was asking for too much money. He wanted, 350,000. He said that he didn't want to deal with any wholesalers because he already had on the contract with a wholesaler before. That didn't work out. Nowhere that we were gonna come near that asking price. So it was just a lot of going back and forth. Then it was a 1-2 punch. Basically, I just kept punching this guy and jabbing. Then John got on the phone and kind of, landed a couple of hooks. Gave him a little reality, and then a little more going back and forth. We discovered that the guy had a HELOC loan on this thing, which at the beginning, this wasn't anything that he even would tell us about. I mean, he just said that I just want cash. I won't take anything less than 300,000, and then this HELOC loan came up. So we pivoted to a creative deal. As you can see here, these are the terms that we gave him. He was going to get 300 at closing. I mean, cash on hand would be 125, and we take over his loan and basically do it that way. And then, being part of this community, I mean, I just do acquisitions. I mean, I don't really do a lot of dispo. So I really leaned on the connections that we have in this community. And John and Justin, they have a contact in Michigan that we send this deal to instantaneously. He came back and said, I got a buyer for this. The seller was very adamant about somebody walking the property beforehand. So that was not an issue for our guy. He went out there the very following day. Once again, that just kind of created this, credibility that we're for real. We're not just kicking tires, and we're not going to be blasting this deal out to, a bunch of people that call themselves buyers. He walked the property the next day, and then came back and said, we're good to go, but I actually have a buyer for cash. So we pivoted back, and let's see.
So pretty much, yeah, so I got you. So let me just unpack this. This is great. So just to reiterate, so pretty much how much were you paying per day for Facebook ad traffic?
$20.
$20 a day. Wow. All right. So to put that in perspective, that's usually something that's impossible to get traction on. But because you were driving the traffic to a Minute Pages website, right? They're built to convert at a high level. The seller filled out the form. Even if they would have abandoned the website, they still would have been captured with the lead detector technology, most likely. But these people filled out the form from the ads that Rocketly created, driving the traffic to the website. So Rocketly built the campaign, built the ads, built the system. All Steve did is pay $20 a day to plug in his credit card to drive the traffic to this website that then spit out the seller that then went into his Rocketly, which you guys see before you, where he's literally conversing. I got on the phone with the seller, and it took follow-up, guys. Steve and I tag teamed this guy over the course of 7 days, and it was like two lions, two male lions in the Sahara that caught a lonely buffalo all by himself, just wandering. There's no shot that poor buffalo was walking out alive. Like the level of professionalism that Steve operates with it's unbelievable. It was so refreshing and so pleasant to work with him. Every time I did something, I updated him. He updated everything, and then he came in and did what he did. And then once we got it under contract, and he took over, he manages everything, contract to close. So like, shout out to the professionals like Steve that treat the business like a professional business. Therefore, they're getting professional results. Utilizing this. So pretty much, our connect that Justin Colby through through the science of flipping, our connected in Detroit had multiple buyers, is what you're saying, Steve, right? So we had angles to come in with to get this deal done where you already had the buyer lined up before you even got the seller to say yes to the price. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's literally just going back and forth about the price. But then once we inked this deal, it was, you know, it's a done deal. I mean, there's no, we still had an inspection period, but it was pretty much, not even necessary.
When does it close?
19th. So
Of
in
this month, so 6 days.
6 days.
6 days. Cool. And what's the assignment fee, if you don't mind us asking?
Here's the contract. We got it for 280 and we assigned it for 305. So 25
Nice.
grand.
$25,000 hit. That's nice. So, guys, as you can see, and feel free to put in the chat if anybody has questions below on this system, the simplicity of how this system works. Feel free to chime in. I don't see any questions, but you can put it right here in the chat right here. I'll just go ahead and put that right there. Thank you for sharing that, Steve. That's pretty cool to see that. So, to reiterate, traffic was driven via Facebook ads, $20 a day. Some of you spend $20 a day on your Starbucks coffee or on your food, right? So for that price per day to drive traffic to your website, as long as it has lead detector technology on it, which Minute Pages comes stock built in with that, you'll have the ability to have people fill out forms. Even if they leave, you'll be able to capture them. And then it flowed into Steve's Rocketly where the text, the email, powered by AI, went out, had the conversation with the seller, qualified them to get them ready for an offer, and then Steve came in. Had it not gotten the job done, a ringless voicemail, a direct mailer, Facebook retargeting, all ensues automatically. So a closer like Steve can just focus on the acquisition. Speak more to that, Steve, being able to just put your attention, your energy, and your emphasis just on the acquisitions. How can you possibly do that? I mean, I know for me, the community with Justin was pivotal to be able to plug into like Justin to be like, bro, I got an amazing deal here. He'd be like, oh yeah, give it to this person, or give it to me, or give it to so and so. But how are you able to do this and unlock the need and desire and just the relentlessness that most people won't let go of to build a disposition business and the whole platform versus you just focusing on your strong suit, which is acquisitions?
Yeah, no, this is the business. I mean, this is what folks are looking for. They want to build their team and all that stuff. And it's like, it's right here, for the taking. I mean, you don't really need to be hiring people. I mean, you just have to give up a little bit of money that you're making on these deals and just utilize this community that you have. I mean, you can have people doing the acquisitions for you. You can have people doing the dispo for you. I mean, it's all here. I mean, you don't, this is why you join, like use it. And that's exactly what we're doing. Now we have Rocketbot. That thing is amazing. I mean, it's, pretty much it's delivering things to me on silver platter where we're, it's amazing. I'll wake up and I'll see like 72 messages at midnight with someone, talking about their life experiences and things like that, and they're like, yes, I'm ready for an offer, and so then I just get on the phone and talk to them. But yeah, this one, when you have a form fill, I mean, you saw the timeline. I mean, it was literally within minutes. When they filled it out, it came to my Rocketly. It so happened I was just, I was right on the computer at the time and I saw it come in. And within a minute, I responded to him. He said, call me at 1. Wham bam, done. So I
Done.
called him at 1, and that's a speed to lead, as we all like to say, right? So that's the perfect example of that.
Mhm.
And yeah, those leads, you should treat them as such. I wouldn't, obviously Rocketly is a great tool, and yes, when you're not available, definitely utilize it. But if you're getting these form fills, you got to jump on them.
Guys, yeah, and I'm going to put in the link for this. If anybody's interested in the software that Steve's got going on, we're looking for, at the end of the day, if you got your own business and you're rocking and rolling, feel free to do so, right? But at the end of the day, we train around this software. We're looking for business partners like Justin talks about all the time. I want to know like where you are in the country, like Adrian, Andy, Ashley, Mr. Bernal, Mrs. Bernal. Sorry if I don't want to butcher your first name, Jasmine, Jay, Jennifer, Johan, John, Larry, Manny, comment. Let me know where you guys are in the chat down below in the country, because it really doesn't matter where you are. Um, we can do this virtually. I mean, Steve's in Texas, this property's in Detroit, right? Like I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. I sold another one to the same buyer that Steve's using, and my seller was in Paris. Like, his seller just so happened to live in the property. So, we're doing deals with ease. And the reason why is because you can put your focus and your energy on actually doing the deal versus the chat is disabled and so is video. I don't know why. Let me see if I could get them to enable the chat. Enable chat. I'm not the host anymore, so hopefully we can get that done. Sorry about that, guys. If you have questions about this, though, guys, and you want to chat with me, go to rocketly.ai. That's Rocketly, rocketly.ai. Fill out an application if you're interested in what this software looks like. Again, I want to be respectful of everybody's time. And at the same time, this is specific to individuals that are looking to get into the ocean quickly and start surfing waves. You're going to get wave after wave after wave. And what I mean by that is seller after seller after seller. So you can either fail forward if you're newer in the business till you can convert more, or if you're a seasoned pro, you can just literally have the pick of the litter. If you're like myself, where I'm like, every seller I'm getting, I'm closing. Like Steve's $25,000 hit. We had another user who's going to be coming on next week. It's probably going to be our next case study, Miss Jennifer Waldman, who's wrapping multiple deals up and dispositioning them. Just had another 15-pounder today, $15,000 she just made on a $20,000 acquisition in Baltimore City, right here in my backyard. I saw the property in person, got locked up within minutes once we actually put it out there. And then we got another one in Ohio, where we're locking it up, where we're doing partner collaborations with and for our users, showcasing how the software is to be used by having conversations with sellers. I mean, the support is really what you get when it comes to this Rocketly platform. Steve, talk to that a little bit. What's your experience been? I mean, I don't know how many other software companies you've been with or any other products, but like, some people are like, oh, we got the best software, we got the best product, blah, 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 right? Like everybody's got the best product, right? Like, yes, our product is amazing. What is it that's so, in your opinion, like, what is your feeling on working with the Rocket League community, the support, the training, whatever you need, like, how do you feel that affects your success with the tool versus us, selling you something, wishing you the best and hoping it all works out?
As many of us, I'm not very technically inclined, when it comes to these softwares, and I've been with a lot of companies in the past, and it's just never worked out just because it's pretty much kind of handed to you and then you run with it. This is, I mean, the fact that you have Pete at your, every morning, I mean, Monday through Wednesday, and then, you know, Thursday and Friday. I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. Like he walks you through any of these technical processes, whatever kinks that need to be worked out. They're always available. I mean, you can always email them at any time. So the tech support is absolutely, I mean, I haven't seen it anywhere else. This is top notch. And
Well,
but I can't stress it enough about the actual, like, what we are part of. I've been with you guys since September, and it's been an absolute blessing. I love this group. I mean, I love all the people we're working with. It's unmatched, man. I mean, I haven't, I've been part of other groups, and this is something else.
yeah, we're honored and privileged to have you and Kim. We love you guys. You're an amazing asset, and we love to do business with you. At the end of the day, in this real estate market, you've got to have a community that's collaborating and masterminding and really networking at a high level with each other, not only just to do deals, but to interpret the market and really underwrite the whole entire situation and analysis of the state of this whole entire real estate market, where it's going, right, where we are now, and like what we've got to get through in order to kind of surpass the storm and make it through on the other side with that market share. So I see there's a ton of people. Doesn't seem to be working with the chat. I don't know what's going on. We got 38 folks in. If you guys can just chat just to test the chat, we're saying test it again and let's see if it's still disabled because it should be enabled for the chat. If not, don't know what to tell you, but I am here to answer your questions live. I was really hoping that the chat would be working out. Let me see if
You
it's
can probably put them in Q&A too. I mean, they're able to put stuff in Q&A. So if you guys want to.
Pennsylvania. There we go. In Pennsylvania, go to the Q&A, guys. We got Melissa Barrios in the house from Pennsylvania. So you can go to the Q&A, guys, and type in any questions that you have. It seems like that is at least working. So if you have any questions on anything for that matter, but why I believe this is so simple. Like literally, this software was created for me specifically. What up, Virgilio? Good to see you, brother. I know we got to catch back up, man. And Steve, Jennifer Atkins asked you, do you prefer the bot?
Oh, it's necessary for the times because a lot of these people get on wherever they are. They're hitting TikTok ads or Facebook ads, and it could be middle of the night, when you're asleep. I literally walking up to like one time it was like 123 messages, that my bot was having a conversation for like 3 hours with this person, and literally just delivered this like, hey, I'm ready for an offer. So all I had to do in the morning is just follow up with them and just close the deal, So yeah, Rocketbot is very necessary for those instances. Obviously, when you see people where they're at the point where like, you got to jump on the call and basically just close them, then you should do that. But yeah, it's a great tool. I mean, and it's very intelligent. I mean, I've never seen these people actually think that they're talking to an actual person. It's not like, I mean, there are some silly things, but kind of like cheesy, but it's not bad. It's not like, somebody will look at it, well, that was dumb, right? No, it's like none of that. It's really sweet. I mean, I had this guy that said he's poor and he's homeless, and the Rocket Bot came back and said, oh, I'm so sorry about your situation. I mean, it was like super sweet, right? Cheesy sweet, but it was crazy. Yeah, it definitely has a very human aspect to it, and it's a very good tool to use. But yeah, you know.
Love that. Yeah, thank you for that. That's a great answer. I saw somebody that said that they were getting a divorce and it said, I'm sorry to hear that, but it sounds like you've got a fresh start ahead. And it was like, speaking of that fresh start, are you looking to move immediately? Or it was just right back on task, getting those boxes checked off, trying to forward that conversation down the track to get them ready for a cash offer so you get notified. So yeah, I definitely would agree, Ms. Atkins. I think the Rocket Bot is, especially if you're going to be driving a lot of traffic to the website, and you don't want to be the only one in. Somebody's got to qualify these leads. The signal flow is really cool. After like seeing it over and over again, the signal flow of how like the lead gets captured or they fill out a form and it flows to the Rocket Bot, right? Where the AI goes out and it gets the response, right? Gets the positive response. Yes. And then Rocketbot comes in like a little alien that's like qualifying, 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 boom, ready for cash offer. And then the human comes in and then has the call. I believe it's the best system that's out there right now. That's why it's exploding the way it's exploding. So for anybody that has, more, questions about it, head on to my calendar, go to rocketly.ai, fill out an application. For those of you that want to know more that are already connected to me, you can reach out to me directly if you like as well. Let's see what we have here. Seems like a lot of VARs are already on the market. Is that your case? Steve, Jen said, it seems like a lot of VARs are already on the market. Is that your case for your leads? Are a lot of the leads on the market?
All of my leads are off market. This is something that we're actually going to get back to because there's been, the floodgates have been open and we've just been so busy trying to keep up. I have to get back to the market because I'm actually a realtor in Texas, and that's my background. I've worked with a lot of hedge funds in the past, and we've closed a lot of deals that way. But we got away from MLS deals and we just concentrated on off-market deals, which are a lot easier to work with. So I'm not even know I don't even know if I'm answering the question correctly, but yeah, we're all of our deals are off market, and but
And
we
you're doing, yeah, you're doing nationwide though, is the way you're marketing. You're not focused on one specific state or city, correct?
exactly, yes. And this came from when we were buying for hedge funds. We bought a lot of houses, and we've never looked at any single house in person. So the idea behind this nationwide campaign was exactly that. We realized, hey, we did it in the past for other people. Why not do it for ourselves? And it's great. I mean, it's we get to learn geography, right? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you do learn to master it. You do learn to master, and it's cool. It's fascinating. You're learning, and you're like being able to make money at the same time. Um, yeah, when you focus in, well, look, if you're, oh, to Jennifer, ours is nationwide. Yeah, I mean, I would just continue to feed the machine. Let's take a look at the Facebook ads, Jen, and let's see if we could tweak them in some way, shape, or form, and have Pete take a look at them, so you can get them, looked at. That would be the biggest thing, because there's no rhyme or reason why, other than maybe the marketing, right? Like the ads, like the messaging, what it's saying specifically, the way it looks, maybe switching it up and throwing a different set of creatives at it. And for some reason you're not happy with the results, but once your creative starts to hit, you leave it. Like, you don't mess with it, you ride that wave as long as you can ride it. So we could take a look at that for anybody that has it. Anybody that doesn't, and you're interested in what this looks like, it's literally just consistently, time on task over time. I've watched Steve stay consistent with it, and the leads are just flowing right now. So, again, to reiterate, very easy, cheap signal flow. 25, $20 a day is what he was spending. Have you kicked it up since then, or are you still at $20 a day?
I'm not just concentrating on one thing. So for everybody out there just thinking that you're gonna have success from just one source, this was a perfect deal. It came through our Facebook ads. We do TikTok, we do other things. So we generate our leads in very, many different ways. I would suggest, maybe upping your number. We haven't, because I've been slammed. And so we actually, at one point, we turned off our Facebook just because we were getting so many leads. I had to catch up. I had to clean up my rocketly because it was a mess. So we're at that point where we're kind of like organized now. I'm following up with our stale leads, or people that we kind of neglected. Um,
Yeah.
but we're about to be back on. We just turned it back on. We are gonna up the amount that we're spending, and we actually are considering hiring somebody to manage our Facebook leads, because I think that's really the way to go. Just
Yeah.
it's a algorithm thing, and somebody actually needs to be handling that. If you can do it yourself, great. I would suggest just hiring a professional to do that. And that's what we're going to do. We have that with TikTok, so somebody's handling our TikTok ads, and it's been working out great.
Good.
But yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you to get this one in the books. I want to thank you again for sharing. Guys, here's the thing. You got to test, right? Like, and Jennifer, if a lot are on market, I would look at the messaging. I don't know if it's giving a retail message, if that's the case, and making people that have their house listed want to click versus people that are off market. So we can definitely take a look at the messaging. And I know that there's just so many deals out there. And like Justin says, staying in the game long enough to win the game. Because while everybody else is getting out and there's blood on the streets, we run back out because we know how to have conversations with sellers. We know that that is the key leading indicator to push this needle further into the area of us actually doing deals. The main thing is that we've got to have a lot of sellers to speak to. So that's where this system, this application of this pretty much, this unique setup of flowing traffic to a Minute Pages website, or any website with lead detector technology built into it, will identify and capture the leads, cells, the land voices, the emails, too cumbersome to manually follow up with. We flow them into the Rocket League like Steve does, where the automation powered by the AI, text, email, ringless voicemail, direct mailer, Facebook automatic retargeting goes out to elicit the response back from the seller. So then Steve's rocket bot comes in and has the entire conversation checking off 13 different objectives until they're ready for a cash offer with more compassion, more empathy, and more enthusiasm than an average human being that you could employ to do this position for you. It's really a lead setter type of situation to get then the closer on the phone to close. That's what we want as humans today. We're in a now society. We want people to speak to now. So for me, the reason why I had this built and I penned it 3 deals my very first week, and I'm able to pen pretty much like a deal or two every single week, a fraction of a time, not even part time, but a fraction of a time through my users, through the usership base to show what's possible with the software. I know anybody that uses this full time can absolutely blow it out of the water as long as they stay consistent. As we know, that's what results require. So let's see what we got here. Any other questions?
Hey, I just read Jennifer's question again, and yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I have gotten some leads of people that are already on the market.
In the market? Yeah,
Uh, and it's okay. I mean, their realtor is basically dropping the ball. That's why they're clicking on all these ads, whether it's TikTok or Facebook. And I have spoken with some. I actually have some in the works right now. Somebody that's going to be canceling or terminating their agreement with their realtor pretty soon, and then they want to go the cash route. So don't discard those leads as
that's right.
they're not leads, because clearly these people are not happy with what's taking place with their realtor, because a lot of realtors are just, they throw the listing up, they got their listing, that's a check mark for them, and they're good to go. They're not really looking at the big picture to actually what they need to be providing for their client. And so there's a lot of those. So yeah, I'm not sure why a lot of your leads are already listed. That might be some kind of a glitch. We do get some of those, and we work with them. But yeah, just something to look into, I guess, for Pete.
Yeah. And at the very least, for anybody that's interested, speaking of looking into this, at the very least, you can meet directly with me. I'll do a legit audit of your entire setup of how you're generating leads right now. Happy to spend the one-on-one time with you. Go ahead and fill out the app at rocketly.ai, www.rocketly, rocketly dot AI, rocketly.ai. Fill out an application. Let's see if we're a fit. If you're looking to generate leads, seller leads like Steve is looking for, sellers off market. Obviously, you'll see there are some on markets that could potentially go off market, and you stay and you nurture them. But right now, we're looking for direct to seller marketing. If that's what you're looking for, the coaching, the consulting around that, the modeling of the behavior week in, week out, showcasing the deals. This is a $25,000 deal. I was just responsible for another $15,000 one and another $15,000. That's $55,000 worth of assignments, all closing this month, just in the last week and a half that we're involved with. And this is just a fraction of what we've got going on community wide. So tap in, custom members only Facebook group, 5 days of coaching per week around this software, some direct to seller, some open office hours, a little bit of sprinkling on top with the one-on-one as we need to, right? To make sure we get you exactly what you're looking for. We're not going to let anybody fizzle out. So if you're looking to take this market by storm, your market, expand upon a different territory, go to the website, fill out the application. I want to thank you all for being with us. And Steve, for you as well, I respect your time, brother. I know you're away from the family. Thank you for that, for sharing your journey with us. We're such a huge supporter of you as you are of the community, which we know how you pour into everybody. Steve, if anybody wants to reach out to you, brother, what's the best way for them to find you, my bro?
Oh, I'm everywhere. There's my number actually right right on here. You can find me on Facebook. You can email me, whatever. You need comps in Texas. I got MLS access in Houston, Dallas areas. So yeah, whatever you guys need, I'm here. And yeah, I mean, this is this is a great, these are, I consider these people my friends now. I haven't met John in person. This has been Zoom since September, and but I consider him a very good friend of mine. We've just been
Likewise, bro.
zooming, and
Right,
it's
bro.
it's been great, man. I love it. And stick with it. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I actually have talked to some people that kind of, they just get discouraged. It's a tough market right now. I mean, I think COVID created a lot of these virtual wholesalers, and that's what's going on right now, and so don't get discouraged. You got to stand out. You have to be better than the rest, and being part of this group and learning, and everything that you get from these mentors. I mean, you have to put it to use. I mean, I don't think, I've always been a guy that, like, I got this figured out. I don't really need anybody. And then I hit a, this was 2023 was not a good year for me, and so by September I was like, man, something's got to change. I can't have this big head. I actually, I need to find something, and I found it. I went out and I found, Justin Colby community, John, and it's been a blessing, man. Absolute blessing. I love it.
The honor has been all ours, my friend. You know what I mean? You really pour back into everybody and everything that you come across. You're just a kind human being. You and Kim, we love you both very much. Thank you again for sharing, this case study. Nice hit, dude. Congratulations on that 25,000. Let's get that done, get that closed. Let's case study another one. Guys, we'll probably be back again next week. Look out for some more information. Got some more deals that literally just got locked up today, multiple ones that we're about to bring you as well. It's not going to stop. We're just going to continue to do this. This is what we do here at www.rocketly.ai. So go ahead, fill out the application, see if we're a fit to be business partners. I mean, combined, if you put together the partners, the 5 partners of Rocketly, and you just want to look at the resume combined, it's easily over 4,000, maybe 5,000 houses sold combined. I'm probably not even thinking clear. It's probably more than that. So trust me when I tell you this was built for agents, investors, and wholesalers by agents, investors, and wholesalers. Head to www.rocketly.ai, fill out the application. Looking forward to seeing you guys on the other side. Thank you all for coming tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone.